How's it going, everybody? AJ here today at the Negative Supply headquarters, and today we wanted to make a quick video to explain all the differences between the various renditions of our basic 35mm film scanning kit. In light of the recent launch of our 99 CRI 4x5 light source basic, we're making this video to answer the many questions that have come in since then. Which light source is best for me? Which film carrier is going to meet my needs? Do I need full border scanning guides or not? Etc. So hopefully by the end of this video, you have the answers to your questions. The most asked question we get about our basic 35mm kit is which light source is right for me. And both our 95 and 99 CRI lights look exactly the same. They have the same footprint, they use the same power supply, etc. They're actually also even the same brightness. The biggest difference is in the CRI rating. CRI stands for Color Rendering Index. The 95 CRI light is great for general purpose scanning if you're doing a mix of color and black and white, but maybe you need to stick to a tighter budget. And the 99 CRI version is great for those photographers who are scanning predominantly color negative and color positive film, who are absolutely interested and invested in getting the best color conversions for their film scans. One other major change from our previously shipping 4x5 light source basic units to our new ones is that we used to include a USB converter cable to power your light. Now we actually include a little bag inside of every box that, depending on your shipping location, if you're in the US, you're going to get a domestic power supply that works with US outlets. But if you're in any other country, we're actually going to send you all the international power adapters, as well as the AC adapter set that plugs into your wall, and instructions for the power supply. This is something a number of people had asked for, so we worked on sourcing a new alternative, a better alternative, and we've done just that. The next thing you have to decide is which 35mm film carrier is best for you. We have two options in this kit, our film carrier Mark I and our basic film carrier 35. And I'm going to outline a few differences here in a moment, but one area where they're similar and we're really excited about this is that they both excel in keeping your film perfectly flat, thanks to our unique S-curve channel design. So the differences at a glance are that the film carrier Mark I is CNC machined aluminum. The basic film carrier 35 is carbon fiber PETG that's assembled in-house. Two other major differences: the Mark I has an advanced wheel, whereas the basic film carrier 35, you manually pull your film through by hand. And then, last but not least, the film carrier Mark I also works with our modular ProMount Mark II system via a magnetic attachment point, and in addition, and as a result of that, also works with our double-sided anti-static dust removal brush. So once you decide which carrier is best for you, you can move on with building the rest of your 35mm kit. One other key similarity with both our basic film carrier 35, film carrier Mark I, and the film carrier 35MD, which unfortunately didn't make the cut for today's video, is that all three of these devices can use our full border scanning guides. So let's say you started out with the basic film carrier 35 and you've invested in full border guides as well. No need to buy those again. If you decide to upgrade to the Mark I or the 35MD later, it's going to work seamlessly with all of those carriers. And the full border guides, we'll pop a couple examples up here in a moment, basically just allow you to see the sprocket holes of your 35mm film, a look I know that I love, and I'm sure many of you do as well. So the last piece of this kit that we haven't covered is one of the most exciting tools, in my opinion, that we make here at Negative Supply. It's our basic riser Mark I copy stand. And the nice thing about this kit and this copy stand is that it isn't just good for 35mm film. In many cases, you can scan 120 film as well. That's also the same for either of our 4x5 light source basic units. You can scan 120 film with these lights as well, and with a larger copy stand, you can even scan 4x5 inch film with these basic lights. So one of the takeaways I hope you leave this video with is that we believe in modularity, not a tool that has a single purpose, but tools with multiple purposes, and also pieces of a system that can complement and build off of one another. Another important question I wanted to answer today, and it's been asked numerous times the past week or two, is how does the basic kit for 35 scanning work if, say, I wanted to add the film carrier 120 and or the ProMount Mark II? And that's a pretty exciting and easy answer, because if you take our ProMount Mark II and you undo the leveling feet just a few turns, each one, it sits flush over our 4x5 light source basic, whether the 95 or the 99 CRI option is in use. And once your ProMount Mark II is in place, you put on the corresponding adapter plate, and then you can either mount your Film Carrier 120 or your Film Carrier Mark I. And then actually you can also mount our mounted slide holder Mark II with the 35mm adapter plate. And then let's say you wanted to take as much of this gear as possible to move up to both shooting and scanning 4x5 large format film. All you would need to add is our 4x5 sheet film holder, and then upgrade your copy stand, and you're good to go for large format as well. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to this video all about the newest versions of our basic kit for 35mm scanning. But before we let you go, if I didn't answer all the questions you had, leave us a comment below, send us an email, use the live chat on our website, send us a DM on Instagram, however you want to reach out. If you have a question about these tools, we have an answer for you, and we would love to hear from you. Our basic kit is available now for next day shipping in just about every variation we talked about here. So if you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. We'll leave a link down below in the description where you can learn more about this kit and purchase yours today should you like to. We'll see you soon.